Michael Porter Jr.'s crazy Sophie Cunningham story gets fact-checked. Wnba player Michael Porter Jr. found yet another way to anger the Wnba community, this time with a Sophie Cunningham story. Current Brooklyn Nets player Michael Porter Jr. has made several comments in the past that have turned him into a villain in the eyes of many in the women's basketball community. The most notorious example of this stemmed from Porter Jr.'s appearance on an August 29 stream of popular streamer Wnba, when he said, "If the Wnba All-Star team, if the Olympic team played the McDonald's All-American high school players, it's one of them things, bro. You can't dance around it. In high school, when I was in high school, if we play the Wnba All-Star team, that, no disrespect, bro. No disrespect, bro. I'm not even gonna say it." In other words, Porter Jr. was implying that his high school basketball team would beat a Wnba All-Star team, which did not sit well with fans, and rightfully so. Michael Porter Jr.'s Sophie Cunningham competition story gets called out by fans. Porter Jr. has used his relationship with Indiana Fever star Sophie Cunningham, the two grew up together and remain friends, to try to get some fans off his back in the past. However, Cunningham probably wouldn't appreciate an anecdote that Porter Jr. shared during his November 18 appearance on the Ball in the Family podcast. "I'm probably going with 8th grade because I have real experience doing this. I played my sisters. They played at the University of Missouri, and I was still a young kid. They had me playing on the scout team, and they had a few Wnba players on their team like Sophie Cunningham and a couple others. I was in the 7th or 8th grade going crazy," Porter Jr. said on the podcast, per an ex-post from Wnba's life. Porter Jr. is 27 years old, and Cunningham is 29. Therefore, this timeline doesn't seem to make sense. And this is seemingly confirmed by the fact that Cunningham's freshman season at Missouri was 2015 to 16. Porter Jr. was a sophomore in high school, which is 10th grade, in 2015. Therefore, his comments would be off by at least 2 years. Not only do fans feel like Porter Jr. is trying to diminish women's basketball players once again by sharing this story regarding Cunningham, but they're also noting how he presumably got his facts wrong. Sophie Cunningham is 29 and he's 27. Story isn't adding up, wrote at Bonji_14. Wnba was 16 to 17 years old when Sophie started college. He was a junior in high school. What is he talking about, PT? 125, added at Hunter Cruz 14. How was Sophie in the Wnba, or even college when you were in the 8th grade, if she's 2 years older than you? Wrote at Oceanadria. Talia Goodman of On3 Sports added, "The math isn't mathing here. Michael Porter Jr. is 27 years old. Sophie Cunningham is 29 years old." At Dread_Botlard wrote, "Wnba is all of 2 years younger than Sophie Cunningham. So beyond being full of S***, he's just lying in an easily disprovable way. Isn't Sophie Cunningham 2 years older than him? How was she a college student?" Wrote at Absamer_5. Michael Porter Jr. is 2 years younger than Sophie Cunningham. So unless she was on Missouri as a 15Y/0, this is 100% a lie. Also, his sisters are only 2 to 3 years older than him. So he would have been a junior in H when the closest of his 2 older sisters went to Mizzou. Added at _Danny Smith. Porter graduated from high school in 2017. Cunningham graduated from high school in 2015, said at Chacanfro. Sophie Cunningham is 29. Michael Porter Jr. is 27. Sophie Cunningham's freshman year at Mizzou was 15 to 16, so unless Wnba was 16 in 8th grade. This is a blatant lie. Wrote at McQuake 316. Sophie Cunningham is 22 months older than Wnba. How is this possible? Added at Primachemist 2.